him, Thomas?
Teasing him? No!
Yes. Look at him. He looks dizzy and weak. Let him take a rest.
No! I want to play more, Mommy!
What?
Thomas comes home from school. His mom tells him to wash his hands, and Thomas says okay, but he doesn't even bother to wash his hands.
Hi, Ham.
Thomas goes to see his hamster named Hammy. He then proceeds to take Hammy out of his cage, and then he uses him as weights.
There we are. I'll make sure you have some fun. This is fun. Let's exercise.
Thomas's mom then catches her son in the act, and then Thomas says that he is playing with his hamster. The mom says that it seems like Thomas is teasing his hamster. Let me repeat. Thomas's mom catches her son in the act, and then Thomas says that he's playing with his hamster. The mom then tells Thomas that he's actually teasing the hamster. The mom then puts the hamster back in its cage, and it also turns out that the hamster got weak from what Thomas did to it. Thomas says he wants to play with the hamster more.
Yes.
No! I want to play more, Mommy!
The mom then asks Thomas how he'd feel if someone treated him the same way as how he treated his hamster. Thomas then says, I don't know, and...
Really?
What is that face?
Really don't know?
Is this a flashback or what? Thomas then says that he'd feel tired and dizzy if someone treated him the same way he treated his hamster. Thomas then bursts into tears like a bratty baby for no reason whatsoever. Thomas then said that he tortured his hamster because he liked his hamster, which is like saying you punched someone in the face because you like them.
Thomas!
I did it because I like my hamster.
That doesn't make any sense. And Thomas, just because you liked your hamster doesn't mean you have to be a bad caretaker to it. Thomas's mom tells her child that if he keeps torturing his hamster, then the hamster might run away or even bite Thomas. Thomas's mom then tells her son that Thomas must be polite to his friends in kindergarten, and also his hamster.
Friend in kindergarten. You say hello to each other every day, eat snacks together, and you don't do things to each other that you don't like.
Well, when Thomas told her son that he shouldn't be rude to people in kindergarten, that didn't work because Thomas called his friend stupid. Sorry, I had a stutter. Thomas's mom tells her child to not get the hamster scared. Thomas's mom tells her child that... I'm just going to let Thomas's mom say it.
So please help the hamster not to get scared and feel good, 'cause you're the hamster's friend.
Who would want to be friends with a brat? A brat that kicks his sister in the head and wanders off in the shop. This is when that Thomas proceeds to brainwash his hamster. Thomas asks his mom if he can play with the hamster again. Thomas's mom says that it's best to stop playing with the hamster. She then says that the hamster needs to rest. The mom then tells her child that it's best to play for about 20 minutes. Thomas then asks his mom if he can give the hamster food, and the mom makes a foolish mistake. The mom tells her child that hamsters eat almonds and corn kernels and sunflower seeds. Thomas then says that you mustn't...
Give him too much, he might get fat.
Thomas then proceeds to mess around with the hamster's food. The mom tells her child that hamsters don't like it when you mess around with their food. Thomas's mom tells Thomas that the hamster will remember the hand that gave it food.
I want to try too.
Wow! Isn't that amazing?
Yes, it's very cute.
So you're not going to annoy or play rough with Hammy again, am I right?
Right.
Good! You're such a good boy!
Oh yeah? I bet good boys don't throw tantrums in shops, spit on younger siblings, kick younger siblings in the head, or torture their hamsters. Let's summarize. Thomas proceeded to torture his hamster by using him as exercise weights. When his mom caught him in the act, Thomas said that he was just playing with his hamster, and when the mom asked Thomas how he would feel if he was treated the way he treats his hamster, Thomas said, "I don't know." And it turned out that the hamster got weak from what Thomas did to it. Thomas then started crying like a big bratty baby and said that he tortured his hamster because he liked his hamster, which is like saying you pinched someone or bullied them because you liked them. And it was only when the mom gave Thomas a talking to that Thomas decided to listen to his mom, or I don't know about that. Thomas then brainwashed his poor hamster. And then the mom gave Thomas another talking to. Thomas then gave the hamster food, but then he proceeded to mess around with the food. And it was only when the mom told Thomas that the hamster will remember the hand that gave it food that Thomas decides not to torture his hamster again. Thomas can be put in his place.